Right, I've already removed the air vent. You can watch the beginning of my other video on how to remove the air vent. Now, once you've got the air vent removed, you can see that there's like a lever there, and there's this one. So what I assume has happened is it has kind of got disconnected, because you can see when this one I rotated, it moves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this unit by unclipping these little clips here. You've got to keep continuous pressure on it while you move it. Right, there's the one in question. So somehow it's gotten loose from the group. We need to join it to the group. Okay, so I've found the problem. This thing is split open. It's got a split on it. So what we need to do is we need to force it back in and then glue it. So you've got to align it. This is going to be really tricky. Just expanding the mouth a bit so that it can go back into the groove here. Almost. Almost. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pliers and squeeze it closed and put a tiny dot of glue on it. As you can see, I've managed to get it on that lip again. So now I'm going to get a tiny bit of super glue and pliers. Right, I'm going to glue it. So now, before I glue it, I'm just going to clean it with with spirits, so that the glue, so that the meths removes a bit of the dirt. Ah, there we go. I'll just clean it all while I'm here. Okay, now I take a tiny bit of super glue, just like literally a dot. Even that's enough. And now I squeeze it closed. Make sure no super glue gets on these fins. Okay, a little bit more super glue. Right, now I just keep moving it so it does not dry shut. Yeah, it's touch dry. So now I think we're in the safe zone now. Cool, now we can reassemble. Okay, something to look out for. This pin and this pin need to align with this hole and that hole. You can't just whack this thing back on, you have to realign this thing. And that's what's very important. And I've just got to lift, because you can't just push this back in, you've got to lift this thing so that it hooks into, it sits in the hole. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just push these in so long. Make sure they're under the plastic. Okay. Okay, just check that it's still, yes, turning fine. Right, now, the trouble side. I'm going to push it in gently. Right, now I'm just going to lift it. There we go. That's one. And this one. There we go. That's two. Now I press them all. Check. Seated, yes. Seated, seated. Check that the inner blades are moving, yes. Yes. Seated, seated. Seated, seated. Yeah, this thing is now complete. Now check that this is functional, yes, and this one, it's functional. Something I just want to do is a vibration test. I want to hear if there's any noise. Should use something rubberized. Okay, this thing is rattling. I'm sure once it's in the dash it won't rattle, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tape underneath it. Right. Again, just stretch this out a bit. There we go. I see somebody's fixed this side some time ago. Right. Let's do the vibration test. Much better. Perfect. Okay, so this one is done. Okay, to reinstall this, I have demonstrated this in the video of how to install a dention in the BMW, and I also explain how to remove the vent in the same video, so you can have a look at that. Thanks for watching.